A coup is possible in Russia's unstable political climate, and Vladimir Putin, the country's most powerful man, faces bigger obstacles than ever. Will he carry out a secret plot to shelter from the political storm to preserve his throne? What approach will Putin take to stay in power and hide the truth as dark truths are revealed and unrest appears everywhere? Crisis evasion by Putin. When Yevgeny Prigozhin marched on Moscow seeking to confront Putin, the Russian president was absent, retreating instead to his fortified Valdai mansion, a pattern repeated during Ukraine's recent drone strikes on Moscow. These retreats have drawn public scrutiny, especially following Alexei Navalny's viral YouTube documentary, Putin's Palace, the story of the world's biggest bribe, which exposed shocking details about Putin's opulence and alleged corruption. The video, viewed over 133 million times, revealed how Putin reportedly amassed immense wealth at the expense of ordinary Russians. The Black Sea Palace, located near Gelendzhik, is no ordinary residence. It spans an area 39 times the size of Monaco and is likened to a small kingdom with its port, private security force, chapel, border checkpoint, no-fly zone, and unique pass system. Often called the most secure place in Russia, it symbolizes wealth and unchecked power, serving as Putin's refuge for hosting family and billionaire allies. Navalny's investigation highlighted the palace's true ownership, revealing that despite staged transactions and PR efforts to suggest otherwise, it has always belonged to Putin. Beyond the Black Sea estate, Putin owns several other luxury residences, including properties in Marbella, Sochi, Valdai, and the Kremlin. However, the Gelendzhik Palace remains the largest, most lavish, and most controversial, epitomizing the excess and secrecy surrounding his rule. Security enhancements and responses. Amid rising Ukrainian drone strikes, Vladimir Putin's Valdai Palace has become a heavily fortified stronghold. Satellite images from May 6, 2024, reveal a significant security boost, including multiple Pantsir S-1 air defense systems and an S-400 system surrounding the estate. The Institute for the Study of War, ISW, reports that Moscow has prioritized air defense for high-value targets like Valdai, with a modern Pantsir S-1 system also deployed on nearby Ryabinovaya Island. This focus has strained defenses elsewhere, particularly in St. Petersburg, which lacks sufficient equipment to detect and intercept smaller aerial threats. Independent Russian media suggest that Putin, Alina Kabaeva, and their young children may reside at this heavily guarded retreat. Since Pryak's revelations, access to the estate has been strictly restricted, with severe penalties for trespassers. The first air defense system was spotted at Valdai in January 2023, and since then, a protective perimeter larger than the combined areas of the Isle of Wight and Malta has been established, highlighting its strategic importance. The estate is one of 4 palaces linked to Putin, reflecting his immense security measures and opulent lifestyle. Lifestyle and environment of Putin. Putin's Black Sea Palace, spanning 17,691 square meters, is Russia's largest private residence, showcasing his fascination with wealth and opulence. Its size rivals 3 football fields, with a 5-story underground structure giving it a bunker-like appearance. Navalny's investigation revealed the hidden estate, featuring a hockey rink-sized underground area, a church, and a 2,500 square meter greenhouse maintained by 40 gardeners. The estate boasts an 80-meter bridge leading to a 27,000 square foot tea house, utility buildings, and dormitories for staff and security personnel. A custom-designed tunnel connects the estate to the sea, serving as both a secure passage and a harbor. Inside the tunnel is a hidden tasting room with a panoramic underground balcony. The estate extends over 68 hectares beneath the palace complex and is surrounded by 7,000 hectares leased from the FSB until 2068. This area, 3.5 times larger than Gelendzhik, is designated for research, education, hunting, and fishing to protect the palace. Additionally, a no-fly zone, URP-116, ensures airspace security, controlled by either the FSB or the Krasnodar Krai Border Directorate. The palace features unparalleled luxury. Its basement includes spa facilities such as a massage room, beauty salon, spa capsule, saunas, hammams, and a large pool. It also houses staff quarters, specialized food processing areas, and a unique 18-square-meter mud storehouse. Entertainment spaces include a cocktail hall, home cinema, wine cellar, and tasting room. The first floor contains grand halls for hosting, reading rooms, and music lounges, while the second floor houses Putin's suite, guest bedrooms, and a winter garden. Notable spaces include a small dining room on the plants, exemplifying the estate's extravagant design and attention to detail. Specialty Italian brand Ceterio Atina sells custom furniture. Pozzoli labels the chest of drawers. Amazingly, Putin's palace's most expensive item is a $43146 table. Putin's mansion charges 2 million rubles, or $2540, for a leather sofa. Smaller sofas costing 1.4 million rubles are in the halls for guests. Putin seems to like sofas. Putin's palace features 47 rooms, including extravagant furnishings like a 4 million ruble bar table and a 2 million ruble dressing table. The second floor houses Putin's private quarters, including a hookah bar and a large pool. His 260-square-meter bedroom underscores the opulence, rivaling Europe's grandest residences. In 2010, businessman Sergei Kolesnikov exposed corruption behind the palace's funding. Kolesnikov revealed details of offshore accounts, bearer shares, and oligarch donations. Oligarchs like Abramovich and Mordashov were asked to contribute funds for supposed hospital improvements. However, 35% of these funds were funneled into a secret offshore account, with Putin reportedly holding 94% of its shares under the alias Mikhail Ivanovich. The palace project, initially presented as a children's sports and health camp, became a luxurious dacha managed by the company Liris, owned by Putin's associates. Funding priorities shifted entirely to the palace, whose estimated cost reached $1 billion. To manage the scandal, businessman Alexander Ponomarenko, co-owner of Sheremetyevo Airport, claimed to have purchased the palace for $350 million through a Cyprus-based offshore company. He publicly stated plans to convert it into a hotel, obscuring its true ownership while deflecting scrutiny. The real reason Putin bought palace. Navalny uncovered a startling detail in the offshore company's financial records. The 2011 purchase of Putin's palace near Gelendzhik was recorded at just 10 million rubles at the time, equivalent to the price of a small Moscow apartment. This revealed the deal as fraudulent, with no real exchange of funds. Wealthy businessman Alexander Ponomarenko was named the palace's nominal owner, while proxy Ivan Sertitov represented the offshore company listed as its official owner, further obscuring the true ownership. Key players connected to the palace's management and construction illustrate its deep ties to the Russian government and security institutions. Bolot Zakharyanov, director of the palace's management firm, was later appointed to oversee the largest public food department in the presidential administration. Tatiana Kuznetsova, wife of Oleg Kuznetsov, benefited from her husband's unit being renamed to align with state security operations. Alexander Kolpakov, who headed the Presidential Security Service's B Department and managed presidential estates, played a central role, with his wife, Ina, also linked to the project. Ownership of related properties expanded in 2015, with 4 luxurious 1,000-square-meter mansions built on the Gelendzhik embankment. These were distributed to individuals closely tied to the palace's network. Tatiana Kuznetsova, Alexander Kolpakov's father-in-law, architect Lanfranco Cirillo, and Bolot Zakharyanov's son, who received the most opulent one. Putin's estate encompasses 7,800 hectares, including 300 hectares dedicated to vineyards across 4 locations, as well as chateaux, wineries, and oyster farms. Lazurnaya Yagoda, a vineyard near the palace, covers 29 hectares, while an additional 186 hectares in Divnomorskoye were acquired or leased in 2010, emphasizing how closely Putin's wealth is intertwined with these vast properties. Other Putin palaces and security concerns. We highlighted additional palaces that are impressive. The Grand Kremlin Palace, a centuries-old stronghold in Moscow, symbolizes Russian power. This massive complex measures 27.5 hectares and is enclosed by a 2.2-kilometer wall. The stronghold has 20 towers, representing its powerful past. The Kremlin is a collection of important buildings. The Grand Kremlin Palace, built between 1837 and 1849, is famous. It is presently Vladimir Putin's official apartment and office, originally built for Russian czars. Due to its imperial background, the palace is known for its lavish design and interiors. Several magnificent cathedrals enhance the Kremlin's history. The renowned Assumption Cathedral hosted numerous important rituals, including czar coronations, being the principal cathedral for Russian czars. The Ivan the Great Bell Tower, one of the Kremlin's highest towers, stands 81 meters. The Kremlin has traditionally dominated Russian power. The Kremlin, once the center of the Grand Duchy of Moscow and the Russian Empire, remains the heart of Russia's political power, serving as the official residence and workplace of the Russian president. Significant historical events, such as the 1917 Bolshevik Revolution, unfolded within its walls. Renowned for its rich history, symbolic architecture, and strict security overseen by the Federal Protective Service, the Kremlin is a fortress of Russian identity and authority, accessible only through limited. Recently, Ukraine has spotlighted the Third Palace amid reports of a drone attack on a munitions depot in Tver, western Russia. CNN-verified videos show explosions and fires at the depot, reportedly housing tactical missiles, aerial bombs, and artillery. Local authorities confirmed evacuations, while Ukrainian security sources claim the attack aimed to weaken Russia's missile capabilities, with more strikes planned. Kyiv is also advocating for Western support to deploy long-range missiles for deeper strikes into Russian territory. Heightened threats have bolstered security around President Putin, particularly at his Lake Valdai Palace, a private retreat 300 kilometers northwest of Moscow. The lavish 17-hectare estate, featuring Russian-style architecture, opulent interiors, and advanced security systems, has drawn criticism over its exorbitant costs and alleged ties to corruption. Similarly, Putin's rumored Marbella Palace on Spain's Costa del Sol, spanning 3,000 square meters, boasts Mediterranean luxury, private pools, and high-end amenities. This estate, suspected to be linked to Russian oligarchs and valued at tens of millions of euros, has fueled concerns over corruption and illicit wealth, with its grandeur and tight security reflecting the elite's privileged lifestyle. The property has advanced surveillance and restricted access for privacy and security. Estate security is strong because of its worth. The true history of these mansions may never be known. Thanks for watching our video. Share your thoughts in the comments. Like, share, and subscribe to our channel to support us. Goodbye and see you.